Most people, while they're speaking, don't get the effect that all the little ahs and ums and stutters have on their speaking. The thing is, the audience does. They hear it. It makes you look unsure of yourself. It makes it look like you're not fluid. It makes it look like you're not concentrating. And this is a problem. There are ways to get rid of this problem. And we're going to discuss that. But first, let's discuss how that looks. If I'm standing here going, what we need to do in America is we need to solve the problems. Does it look like I know how to solve the problems of America? No, it looks like I'm dreaming this stuff up on the fly. That's why it's important to get this out of your speaking. And there's ways to do that. What you do instead is pause. Noise expressions or noise words like ahs, ums, so, you know, and where it's not appropriate are all phrases that just take up time. They're just allowing your brain to think about what it's going to say next. However, you can do that without using any of those. Let me show you a perfect example. What we need to do in America is we need to solve the problems by jumping in. Now imagine if I just replace that with a pause. What we need to do in America is to get everyone to jump in and help out. Did you notice that the pause made me look thoughtful and reflective, whereas the stuttering just made me look like I didn't know what I was going to say, and then I was just making it up, and I was just pulling information out of the air. The pause is the replacement for that. Now we've been trained, since we were that high, to put these little noise words in when we want to think. We have to retrain ourselves to use pauses instead. Now the way to do this is to start thinking about it in conversation. Most people don't do that. They only work on it while they're speaking. I can think of a lot of speaking groups that work on this whole getting rid of the noise thing, but they only work on it while you're speaking to an audience. An audience can be one person. An audience can be your mother-in-law on the phone. Do you ah and then? In college, I was a radio DJ, and we had a real stickler for this as our production manager. And she wouldn't let anyone on the air until you could do a 20-minute test block without one single stutter, you know, noise word, period. Did it take some work? Yes, it did. Did I manage to do it? Yes, I did. Did I get on the air? Yes, I did. And so did a lot of other people. We had a full slate of DJs. Now, if you want to do that, you first need to notice it. When you're talking to someone in conversation, your boss, your spouse, just the mailman that you're talking to on the corner, notice where when you're thinking, you say, did you get the mail yet today? Just notice. When you start to notice, you will start to notice you do it so often, it'll start to bug you. And when it starts to bug you is when you're going to change. When that fear of staying the same grows greater than your fear of what it's going to take to change it, you're going to change. And then all you have to do, you don't have to get down on yourself because you did it. All you need to do is notice. And then now and then, notice and not do it. You might be talking to someone in conversation. Well, boss, I just think that we should think about that proposal a little longer. You just did it. You just took the hurdle that'll get you past this. You noticed it in conversation. You stopped yourself, took the time to think about what you wanted to say, and then said it. I hope you'll see that in Rick Perry's clips here today, the difference between when he was doing it and when he wasn't. it really makes a big difference to the way your audience hears you. See you next time with another tip. This is Cliff Suttle, signing out.